are back. It is time to go into map number 2 here in our final series of the evening. T1 drawing first blood versus EDG. Took them down on EDG's map pick, a bind. Got to overtime, 14-12, close the whole way throughout. But now, time to see if EDG can reply and take us all the way into a map 3.
Absolutely. Some Suzanto fans there, as well as a player who had a Saya greater than Kong Kong sign. I don't know about that, but I'm fine. Yes, true.
In map 1, it did hold up. Does it hold up in map 2, though, is the question.
What's the glove? It looks like the Star Trek symbol, like the Federation.
It's like
symbol.
sideways on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a Star Trek fan.
That could be.
Fan.
Yeah.
There's dozens of us.
Yeah, dozens of us.
Well, look at this.
Oh my.
We have a chamber online for T1. X-Grid going to be moving off of the Brimstone, now over on to the chamber. Izu from the sky over onto the Astra, which is also not something that we very commonly see played on Lotus.
Right. This is really interesting. I think for both teams here, you have a lot of interesting like combo and trap plays that you can utilize. I think definitely with the chamber, I'm going to be interested in the tech that X-Curate and T1 have been working on to get him integrated into this map, like where do the trademarks go and that kind of thing. Of course, with both the Fade and the Astra, you've got the opportunity to set up some nade combos with the raises and things like that. So really curious. Astra, a lot of people prefer the Omen because there's so many good angles to get those paranoias across on this map. But Astra, other than Boaster, not too many people play it on many maps anymore.
Yeah.
So pretty curious. Gives you a lot of control over the front of A main, though. I will say that, like around Rubble and around Rocks.
I mean, you could try to set up with the raise to get that combo going off, but having that Fade on the opposite side could also pose danger. We'll see what happens, though, as we jump into map number 2. T1 looking for the 2-0, EDG looking for the run back.
So curious about both of these teams and the way that they're going to try to combo their utility. I will say I would give, at least from what I've seen here so far today, maybe a slight edge to EDG in that regard. I thought there were a few more interesting plays with the utility coordinations, but I thought T1 at times had a slightly better read on the macro, sort of the large scale picture of the maps themselves. So onto Lotus, a map that definitely very exciting with X-Curate as well. Saw him start to really heat up.
Anticipating maybe that TP up on the top. He's only got 3 more bullets. Fought 4, but puts that second one to good use. Looks for the third, but Smoggy with a nice reply. Strike him down. So a 1-for-1. Orb going to be taken, try to get towards that Nightfall. Now EDG can just drift away.
Rossi planted. Information found here for the side of T1. Carpe just kind of dancing back and forth with Chichu. Either player spotting each other. Oh, maybe they caught a glimpse of it, or maybe this is just a planned push out.
Okay, Trailblazer jumps forward, doesn't get the stun. Pain Shell's going to be sent over his way, but maybe the balance actually didn't quite go deep enough, so Chichu going to be unscathed. Now, Baby Door going to be broken in as the rest of EDG starts to flood over towards this B site. Fight coming down, they're kind of stuck, but side player, 2 quick kills coming through. The response is in, however. Now sees on a Rossi, gets the dink, but Smoggy still stands. 22 health, but it's all on Izu. Creeping over from this position, and I mean, realistically, in their minds, he could be anywhere, but now they know exactly where he's at. Wide split set up, takes quite a bit of damage, tries to retreat, but Chichu will be able to capitalize for the kill, and EDG will get their first pistol round win of the series.
Smoggy, so aware, so smart. That C's perfectly timed. That really shut that round down. Rossi maybe had an opportunity with how weak Smoggy already was, but he gets seized like that. It ends in a very quick fashion for you. Really nicely handled. Start looking decent. You're like, all right, X-Curate, maybe. Saya just so good with the Sheriff. Able to just sit in the vulnerable of a snake bite. Still do a ton of damage, but that sees right away, expecting the quick rotation from Rossi. Grenade out early, backing off T1, at least for now. Gonna try to check with the Prowler, confirm at least that the chamber is there. But off to the other side of the map.
Hunter rather than the classic. Maybe you're just trying to tell that it is only the chamber on that side of the map. Either way, EDG aren't playing in towards it. Now down to just the 2 headhunter bullets. Sees in the back of A over a drop, see if they can get a catch onto anybody, but all of T1 is very much just outside of the sight.
Spike planted.
And given the weaponry, given the positions they find themselves in,
We died to Spike?
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe just a full 5-man attempt, but see the flank does start coming through. Chichu pressured over at Rubble, gets the headshot on the side player. They're looking for the stun. They do daze him up, but there's no line of sight, no way for Carpe to really capitalize on this one. Now he's been spotted. Walking on a bit of a hunt. Rossi bringing in from Baby Door, does manage to find one, but nobody will trade that right back. Just the one casualty. Now 2 is Carpe with his Guardian. Looking accurate as all hell. Gets himself a 2nd kill. Time starting to tick away, but already good damage dealt here by T1. Not really going to be playing for this round win, but playing to try to take the weapons out of their hands. They'll take them low, but can't quite get the guns. Spike will go off, but Smoggy falls. Only had the Marshal in his hand, so it's not the biggest loss, but ultimately only taking 1 rifle forward into the bonus. That's pretty devastating here for EDG.
I mean, Carpe again, you just give him these single tap guns and he is phenomenal. Great shot from Chichu, but they're able to isolate and identify him. And Carpe plays this so well. Not only does he get 2 kills, but he knows that if he can keep him pinned here, he could potentially get both of them with the Spike explosion. Like you said, yeah, it's only 1, and yeah, it was only the Marshal, but he'll take those. And now Rossi with that Odin, going to be looking to lock it down, and yeah, there's that TP out.
Doesn't go for the overstay, just gets the hell out of there. It's Carpe playing forward, ready to meet them here. Clear out on that haunt. 2 kills going to be found. Chichu with the stinger, able to get Carpe. Now Easy going to be taken out as well, but Spirit and Saya player have the cleanup. 2 casualties here on the T1 side of things as they get themselves on the board.
Okay, you don't lose the Odin.
Pinjam ke kamu.
Not the end of the world at all for T1, and
Tuh mau pakai laptop ini lemot cu. Aduh.
Looking to see how
Kemarin
EDG
dibuat
is going
tes
to spread the
aja.
map.
Ada
Right on point, just sitting in there right underneath the haunt. Ready for it. X-Curate stepping into the snake bite. Get those last couple kills. Side player went away from the showstopper. Smoggy went away from a Nightfall. There's a couple ultimates that could come into play into this round. Carpe close on the Seekers. Rossi.
Oh, just tap on that door.
Yep.
Rossi ready for the spam. They're straying away from it for the time being. There's the open up. So, yeah, I mean, you knew he had a note in the last round, so you know that he's going to be playing on this side of the map all the same. It's a matter of whether or not he can find value. I think Mike going to be thrown down. Kong caught over by stairs, trying to advance forward. Nobody as well wanted to push in, but he's on top of the vulnerable. On top of that bite. He ends up getting dropped. With how long at 51 HP. Call to save might have to be made pretty early here from EDG.
Kong seeing if he could use that small, narrow spot. The toxic screen. Carpe still crisp right now.
Got extra watching the approach, and now swinging forward, getting closer and closer. The Prowler cleared out. Smoggy kind of getting that fadeaway headshot. Gonna be good for 1. Side player rotates back in to watch the front of B.
Mulai membalikkan keadaan.
Again, just losing 1 player. T1 pick up 2 rounds in a row to tie us up.
Yeah, I really like the discipline that we're seeing from T1. They're reading some of these cheeky plays that EDG is trying to get away with. And the season there, I think, on Rossi, he's able to just lock it down this time. With that Odin, makes things a little bit more comfortable. And then some let's goes. Yeah, absolutely. Now you've got the showstopper. Now you've got those Seekers. Nightfall as well. A couple Marshals, a couple Sheriffs, and a Stinger. Let's find some value there, but
kita kira 6 bulan ya.
Finding nobody on a walkabout.
Ini aku sudah bayar yang bulan ini, sudah tak transfer ke rekening itu. Karena 4 bulan gila.
Kill now Rossi. At top B. Chichu dead. And the likelihood of being able to find much value here in this round is dwindling for EDG. Side player just out of range of the paint chills as well. Just couldn't keep it up to find anything. Xiaodong will get a nice headshot. Takes out Saya, but Carpe, I don't think they are ready for him this close, and they are not. Finds the kill, Isu joins in. Pop flash out, Carpe on the hunt. Gets himself a second, and T1 gets the lead.
Gotta like what you're seeing here for T1. You gotta like what you're seeing out of X-Curate on those off angles, able to hold that down, able to be that chamber that you need him to be. You know, like we see this with Laz, for example, where he's so good individually that he can just hold an angle by himself, and you know he's good for at least one. You know he's good to keep that lurking player in check. Very, very encouraging. Teamwork as well, solid. But yeah, against Nico, okay, sure. Let's see now.
There.
With rifles, with the op now for X-Curate, one away from his ultimate. Here we go.
Forward, but no one playing up. Nobody who's just around the corner, making sure that he can't get spammed out by any of this. Now, the pressure seemingly
6 kali cicilan. Sekitar 9 jutaan kalau nggak salah.
Up in hand, waiting to see it. The showstopper actually shoves him back. Buying time for this Nightfall to potentially expire, but Extra gets the shot through the Prowler into Kong Kong, who's having a rough time so far.
Love the patience from T1. You know, nobody panics on the back of that Nightfall. You use the showstopper. Yeah, you're not going to get kills for it initially, but that allows you to bait Kong Kong out because he thinks he's got the space, and he does not to get out of that door. Okay, Saya trying to play off the back of the Trailblazer. Carpe maybe going to set him up with a flash. No satchels
for
though.
it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any quick exit, quick entry, and that Jiggle Peak not going to be enough to actually swing out wide, and as Smoggy goes for it, Saya player at the ready. Just domes him.
30 seconds left.
Holding a narrow angle over at A. Here's the tap on the door. Couple teammates nearby, nobody. He pushes forward. Might be able to see a pixel out of place. He needs to get across the wall before getting in the line of sight. Oh, spots him, but it's just not enough. The wallbang at that distance cannot find the elimination.
10 seconds left.
Seeker goes
One
forward,
enemy
Carpe
remaining.
interrupts the plant.
Spike
Now
down.
it is just on Chichu, but X-Curate continues to look absolutely excellent. When it comes down to this opping on this chamber, 4-2, a triple kill for him. I mean, ult's been online, but when he got an op in hand,
You can hand it over to Saya.
it's true, you could have run the double off.
Iya ngala 3
I mean,
tahun.
this is just
5
everybody
tahun
here
nabit
is
kelu dah
so
keren.
patient. And again, the coordination for
Asli
T1
nama
looking
gumbra ke
really,
boy
really
apa
stellar
ya?
on their map pick.
Sehari-hari itu cukup tik ini. Keng bahas ini
Everyone knows how to react,
tekan
so
melihat
the protocols
laptop.
here are so good for T1.
Aku kan di Corteva kan
specifically
sudah
the way
habis
that they react
kontrak
to
per
that
tanggal
Nightfall.
30 kemarin kan.
Everybody knows exactly what
Ini
their
daftar
job
di
is.
Advanta sama-sama
Everybody holds where
jagoan
they're
tapi
supposed to.
jabatannya lebih
You know,
tinggi
X-Curate
gitu.
is very clean with
Jadi
the op.
wajib punya
Not super
laptop
surprised
cuy.
by that, given his
Ini
history
pasangan
as a
ning nih ya.
esports player.
Pusang nih nyari
Explosion
putaran.
Zizu finds two off the back of Kong Kong going down. They managed to find one, but Paranoia will connect, but not before Carpet finds the kill, and X-Curate get himself a second once more. 5-2, T1 starting to run away with this map. And that is going to be the timeout coming in from after.
Yeah, and now you've got all these ults, so it's time to go into the playbook for EDG and dial up something big. Find a way to get some value, maybe try to hit the C site, use that lockdown or something, or the Viper's Pit to clear the space, get Kong Kong with that ult to clear the back of site, get the plant down, get your post plants, and hopefully make it go from there.
I mean, one of the things we were talking about was how much EDG has been doing in this offseason, how proactive they've been, how many tournaments that they've been having to play in, because, you know, the qualifications on the line as far as that Ascension tournament's concerned in China, you know, yada, yada, yada. They played in so much stuff, whereas T1, we haven't seen much of them.
True.
And
Very
that
true.
means that EDG, who don't change up compositions very frequently, you have so much tape to watch.
Yeah.
They were playing in a tournament where they had to go through a lower bracket, so they had to play even more games, put even more on display. And it seems like T1 have absolutely done their homework because they have a very good idea about how EDG wants to approach this map.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think you're absolutely right. It seems like at every twist and turn, there's a response ready by T1. They're drilled for everything that, you know, EDG likes to do. Every time EDG likes to try to pressure a corner, play an angle, up close and personal, you know, you see like Saya and Carpe right there with their utility, ready to deal with it, ready to have an answer. The angles held by X-Curate, very well thought out, very disciplined. So now is EDG It's time to dig a little bit deep here, and look at this T1 stack onto the C. I think they were expecting an attempted C hit, but this looks like a B hit. This looks like they're gonna set up, potentially crossover from the door at a link, and they're using their utility to try to clear that space. There is Saya here with the Astra Stars.
On a line, but Excurate, I mean, the door opens up, he hits line of sight. That's Chichu gone. All he does is plant the lockdown, and then he just falls apart. Kong now starting to jump forward, grab well, helping to lock him into position. Tain does get the catch onto one. As the
nobody.
pit now going to be dropped in. I mean, yeah, tension is running high at the moment here for EDG. The showstopper could be huge, and you know that there's somebody just around the corner. And that is going to be the showstopper sent in, and we'll be able to find Rossi. Kong does get whittled away at 24 HP remaining on him. His side tries to spray out, but even with a low health, Kong holds down that top B position. Izu now gone. Extra swinging around from behind. Spots one. Smoggy dead. 3v3 now remaining. Nobody spotted, but they cannot take him out. The pit will stand. Excurate, he continues to do damage. And with the economy here from EDG, holding onto these weapons would be damn nice for them, but it's only going to be the two that they carry forward, but they will at least stop the bleeding, stop the win streak, and get themselves up to 3 rounds.
Yeah, EDG throws literally everything they have, except for Haodong's ult, but you know, that's the Omen ult. That's not the same thing. Yeah, I mean, again, T1 reads this, so this is a great, well thought out deep play from T1, because if they try to push C, you've got like the stack there. Nobody, that is disgusting.
That was such a nasty shot.
That's freaking disgusting. But if they don't push C, you've got a pretty good idea that maybe they're going to try B with the ults that they have available, right? With the lockdown in the Viper's pit, yeah, they can go A, but it's easier to set those up towards C or B. You could open up that door and set up Excurate, and yeah, the round doesn't go T1's way, but they made EDG invest everything for it.
Playing on very narrow margins here, our EDG just not quite giving. Line of sight over. Excurate is going to be waiting. Tries to go for the shot, see if he can get some timing. Carpe now also revealing his presence here over at Mount. The C sent out, not going to be finding much of anything there. Side player continues to hold the line. Now nobody going to be dropped, and that is going to be the spike. Drop down on the floor. Haodong quick to grab it. Snatches this one up. The rest of his team not in position to take a sight, so he can't just use it from the shadows to try to go get a quick plant. Instead, it seems like ultimately this A site is still where they want to end up, but Izu not going to get hit by that paranoia. The kill's still found. Haodong low on health, however. Rossi waiting for some sound, now decides to go ahead and try to break the door. Instills them down.
Spike planted.
Chichu, however,
yeah,
really late lurk. Push forward though, Kong trying to investigate drop. Side player is there. Shadows traveling. And the dog, oh no. 5 HP, the Trailblazer comes in. Carpe getting the elimination. The jump shot, Excurate will get Smoggy, and Chichu, he's still back at Baby Door. They know exactly where he's at. He can't do a damn thing. The push-up comes in. Excurate absolutely crushing it.
Don't even start
T1
that shit here, mate.
will answer right back in round 9. Now move up 6-3, and again, defender side.
Yep. Just think about how nasty this setup is for T1. We got Saya player. We know how good he is with the op. Now we're getting to see Excurate, who's...
We very rarely see double op setuzs.
Yeah.
It's not something
not in Pacific.
It's fairly risky.
Yeah.
You know? But they're making it work. He's 15-2-0.
Oh my
Heading to the
God.
above.
That is pretty nasty.
This is disgusting.
Well, just think about like the other risk you're taking. If you drop this op over to the Kong, you know what I mean? Like, that's scary, but the confidence here from T1. Just the execution from Excurate. Impeccable. He hasn't even had to use his ult. Why? He's not dying. Who cares?
Nobody drifting across. Gets himself over towards Rubble. Kind of splitting the difference, watching the center of Rubble. Relying on his ability to be able to flick to either the left or the right side. And looks like it doesn't hold up. Nobody managing to swing out, gets that kill. And that's an operator that they can pick up for themselves. Chichu in the meantime still going on a lurk. This site still being watched by Rossi, and there you go. The kill comes in. Side player, oh, Shorty out, trying to push forward with the snake bite with all the decay. Manages to take him down, and now Kong Now he's got an AWP in his hands. Isu quick to take it out, though. Breaks the wall. Can't scope in fast enough.
Do you use the Cosmic Divide here? I say yes. Why not? Go for it.
You don't know how many weapons they necessarily have recovered. Well, actually, I guess you could track them all. So you know that probably one of them is still going to just be having the Sheriff. Taunt goes through. Nothing spotted. Fight. Cut off that tree access, but Smoggy swinging out, managing to find one, and Haldong is right there alongside him. So kill going to be found. A thrifty pickup here for EDG, and the operator recovered as well.
Yep. This is exactly what I was worried about with the multiple ops, is that you fork one of these over to Kong Kong, and it completely changes the dynamic. And trying to get a little cheeky there with that placement. Of course, you have the TP set out to back out to the other side of the site, if necessary, as Execurate, but he gets caught completely blindsided. And down they go. The dominoes fall. Now, can EDG build some momentum? Can they make this a 6-6 half? The problem is a lot of ults for T1. A lot.
And a lot of ults, and I believe, yep, there we go. We do have the investment coming through here. As
Oh my
hit
God.
dropped on C. Ult in hand. Excurate puts Kong Kong down, making sure that he cannot get value out of that recovered operator.
A little bit of a whoopsies there from Carpe, but that's okay.
While side player still posted up, spots another. Nobody needs the wide swing, but Isu comes in. The covering fire is just too damn good. A push up into the smoke, and Rossi didn't even need to see Smoggy. He knew they'd be playing together. He catches the headshot. T1. My lord, 7-4.
It's just the layers on layers. Excurate able to push this space immediately. They know that no one else is pushing that angle. Saya's right there ready. Misses. Izu there to back him up. Rossi's already got the pit down just in case they come that way. I mean, again, it's the layers on layers for T1.
There must be something in the Susanto bloodline that stops Kong Kong from being Kong Kong.
That's true.
Excurate going to be backing off. Paint shells nicely lined up. Do get a little bit of damage there. Is Kong Kong going to go bouncing forward with that showstopper in hand. Chicho and Smoggy going to be getting some kills here. Smoggy finds two. Nightfall instantly invested. Not going to be able to catch anybody though. Rossi and Izu on the opposite side of the map. It looks like EDG should be able to get this up to his 7-5 half.
One enemy remaining.
Hey, just nothing you can do there. Kong
That should
Kong.
be the final nail.
Yeah. What do you think?
Poison's off.
Odin 4K?
I hope not.
Not with the turret here.
Okay, well, there's one. Turret no longer matters. Swap over. Quick here on the Prowler, but it's a triple stack high-low. No hope in hell there for Rossi. Would have been probably the most impressive play that we will have ever
Switching
seen
sides.
in Valorant if he could have cleared that one out. It's like clearing a 7-10 split in bowling.
Yeah.
Can't get it done, so it's a 7-5 half at the end of it all.
Yeah, still. I mean, EDG able to scrape together some good rounds, and, you know, T1, they're opting to just try to cut off the rest of EDG here after Kong Kong goes leaping past them. But Smoggy, well aware and well prepared, knocks him down. And then the rotation's cut off. The last player dealt with. Pretty easy one there for EDG at the end, but you know, the fast hit just kind of catches T1 enough off balance. EDG can take advantage of it, but what a fun half. I mean, yeah, X-Curate's pretty good at hopping.
That he is. Didn't quite see what his final scoreline was at the end of the half. I think it's like 16-4 or something to that effect. So, very good, as it turns out. But we'll see how they fare, though. Because, I mean, as mentioned, that was the defending side for T1. The caveat to that is most people can say, okay, this is in the bag. They swap over to the attack. Everything's going to be good. The caveat is, within VCT Pacific at least,
yeah,
we were the only region where this map did trend to be a defender's favored map.
Correct.
Everybody else, it was attack.
Yeah, the Pacific is upside down, is the upside down.
Yeah, so
every map almost was like flipped.
Does that continue in this matchup right here?
I
or
don't
do we
know.
see T1 just run away with this?
It's a good question. I mean, it's hard to say, like, for me, when I think about really good chamber players, like, you know, do they have more impact on one side of the map or the other? I don't think so. I think it's usually pretty balanced. So the real question is like, is that Astra, for example, are you going to be able to utilize that to buy you a little bit extra space, maybe dig a little bit deeper into sights, you know, with the gravity well and the Nova pulses than normally you would be able to with, say, an Omen, to buy that extra space.
Great
That's a
drawing
great picture.
behind that gentleman's head. Yeah, raise it up. We got to see that.
Yes.
That's one to get signed and then frame it and hang it on your wall.
I would take it.
So I imagine the players will be doing a signing after this.
Look at this. They want to use X-Curate as the tip of the spear.
Hello. Well, they do. He manages to get one in the dink.
The dink.
Does connect there on to Smoggy. On as he fades back. In the meantime, Kong Kong pushing forward. Izu. He's ready for it. Yes, he is. Wow. Haodong also here. Oh, very well aware. Smoke comes down. I think Haodong maybe just recovering the Sheriff. He does.
Grenade!
T1 looking like they're going to continue to just run away with these pistol rounds. Only surrendering one so far.
Looking good. Again, awareness just otherworldly for T1 at times. Like you said, it helps that they have a little bit more tape on what's going on, but regardless, you know, everybody in the right place, the right time, looking at the right angles. See if Carpe can kind of shut down this attempted retake from EDG.
So far, nothing being seen there. Chichu continuing to hang back. That flash told him that there was at least either one already at drop or playing on top of it. Push out Rossi, the instant headshot and the follow-up. It's all on Smoggy. He will find one before getting taken out. Rossi, quick to reply, gets the upgrade on the pistol as well. And T1, 3-1 in pistols here in this series so far.
Yeah, it's a big part of why they are where they at. And Rossi's been really good with the Classic. I mean, he's putting himself in really good positions, getting some good right clicks. Left clicks there too, but he's been really impactful with that Viper on those pistol rounds. Again, it can be, you think it looks easy, but it's not. Not at this level. Players who can one-tap you with a Ghost. Finding those angles, finding those spots. The C's attempted to slow this down, but it's bypassed right away.
I mean, this is full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Just pushing forward, grabbing the orb side player, trying to get that showstopper online. So first charge towards that door now going to be tapped, and Smoggy has to pull all the way back up on top of rope here.
They're flanking around, but the trademark is there to track it. Traded kills.
Okay. Get some haunt reveals. Spike now planted. No race is found. Triple push in from behind. X-Grid already shutting down one. Now starting to advance forward, but shots out. Haodong finding Carpe there. It's an elimination. Looks for a little bit more, but got so many eyes trained on this angle. There's not much the Smoggy can do to try and reinforce from stairs. He will be able to get two. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's Rossi. He's drifting across the side. Smoggy checking. Has another haunt. But the time is ticking. If he wants to get this defused, he's going to have to stick to it here pretty damn soon. And greatly done there from Rossi. Just completely ignores the haunt, swings the corner, gets the kill. But what a bloody brawl. T1 losing multiple players there in what should have been an anti-eco.
I mean, just nasty, nasty Sheriff shots. Smoggy in particular hit a couple really good ones there. And those are like, those kind of shots are the things you start to look at and say, well, is that going to be the momentum changing in this match? Yeah, sure, EDG doesn't win it, but you know, the psychological and the economic damage is there. Like T1 has to now start respecting those kind of things from the side of EDG.
We have an attack off here in the third round.
Why not?
He's walking across the paint shell, so does need to snap back. The damage exchange on either side, but the sky is here for the side of T1, so X-Crit will get back up to 100 HP. Kong Kong in the meantime is going to be left at 63.
The Odin as well, on the attacker side. So I'm curious, like, what kind of angles and setups? I mean, sometimes you'll see it, like, to hold down, similar to what X-Curate is looking at, just trying to spam across, but get a little bit further up towards the rubble. You can hold down that long A angle, but T1.
Paint shells not deep enough to clear any of this KJ util though, so the nano swarms stay up.
I think that's more just to get the orb for sure. And that, sure. As EDG, you should be able to recognize that they're not, you know, going to get aggressive off that paint shells. But they're kind of peeling back. That T1's just perfectly hidden. No Prowler connection, no Honk connection.
Oh, Kong, does he swing this?
30
He
seconds
waits for
left.
any sort of noise before trying to make the play. Does get off the angle. Poison Orb now thrown down. Pushed up, Smoggy swinging out from tree, trying to find a target, but Carpe takes him out. Rossi now moving up. Kong will be able to give a parting gift kill over on the Saya player before getting taken down. The plant will get started.
10
Izu
seconds left.
hearing that noise. There's at least one top B, and this could be a monstrous backstab play.
I saw a quick look by nobody towards this direction, but
I don't
the
think they're
timing.
looking for it anymore.
Yep.
Shot from Excurate finds Haodong. Now their attention has to be paid in towards the site, so Izu absolutely going to be getting some value. How patient does he go? So he just goes straight in for one of the kills. The swing out, Chichu finds Rossi. There's one behind him, but he can't deal with it. Izu will find the kill. The bank is broken, and T1 gets the double digits.
The bonus.
Surely a timeout.
You think so? Yep. It's just incredible. I mean, they're reading the map so well, and EDG is just not quite reacting to the information in the utility as well as they should. And the big thing for me is that paint shells, because normally that paint shells is deeper to clear the utility like you're talking about, but it came up short, and that should signal alarms to you that this isn't necessarily a C hit. That is an orb play. Maybe we should shift our weight to the other side of the map a little bit.
Well, the timeout has been called is after, and this is the second one of the map. T1, I mean, Autumn, he's just been coasting so far. Hasn't felt the need to really intervene whatsoever. This is after throwing everything that they have at the rest of this one. But it's a huge deficit to try to run back.
Yeah, Autumn was pretty excited before this map when I saw him in the hall. And with good reason, it seems. He felt really confident about this. And, he said, execute on Chamber. And he goes, trust me. That's all he had to say.
Okay.
And he was right.
Well, so far, trust absolutely earned, because this is a whale of a performance from Excurate and just from T1 overall, because, I wasn't sure what to expect. Hearing, okay, Carpe, he's going to be the one who's IGLing today. Zeta, the guy who, once he picked up IGLing, was when T1 started looking really good during this season. He's not on the team today.
Yep.
Super curious. But so far, it's been looking gorgeous. 26-0.
Yeah, he's insane. He's just absolutely so clean, so disciplined, knows all the angles already.
Oh, that's Jiggle Peak is not enough to spot Haodong, and he will get a nice little headshot through the corner of that archway there.
Barely gets out.
Rossi will be able to escape, and Carpe has heals, so he'll not be quite as worse for wear. The three-man setup starts coming through here from EDG on this C site.
See, Prowler out towards B, cleared. And the Sheriffs have been great for EDG, but they've been on them too much to really get the value out of these rounds that they would like.
Okay. And in the backwater, Seekers let loose. Drives them away for a brief little moment, but nobody continues to inch forward. Gets himself right here alongside Waterfall, but now has to back away as the flash connects. Spray in, damage dealt, kill found. Do they know that there's another one here? Izu's just a frame off for being able to get that kill, but
he knew.
Gets the reload off and does manage to find it. Nobody had already taken so much damage. Small getting Haodong now. Nothing much more to be done as Rossi snaps onto the head. Up shot, not gonna connect. Cannot draw down that headhunter fast enough. Haodong has to go for the reload, and I mean, they're just sending everything at him. Saya player will just swing out, get the one tap, Ops picked up. T1 continuing on their merry way. Now 4 rounds consecutively won and just 2 more to go to find a 2-0 over EDG.
We've been singing Excurate's praises, and rightly so, but I really love what I'm seeing from Izu on this map. He is always there to trade or to back up his teammates, and hear the mental awareness. The reason he stays there, he saw the snake bite earlier that stalled things up. He knew there was a player missing, and he accounted for it. So freaking smart.
Well, this is where we suspect that timeout can come into play. The stage being set by After, going into the future buy round. That's it right now. EDG need to find a win here if they want a chance at winning this map. Otherwise, they're playing for overtime. Again, though, looks like it's just going to be a full set over here on to C once again. Nobody. The only one here to try to greet them. But oh no, never mind. Chichu swings in from Waterfall and kills 2 with an Arrow Swarm. Now he's on for an ace. The AWP is in hand, but nobody will take it from him. But my God, things just absolutely collapsed in the blink of an eye for T1. Flawless as EDG will stop the win streak.
I'm really curious if it was the decay.
It was Bite plus Nano.
Bite plus Nano, yeah. And,
Absolutely unreal.
Yeah, the Poison Cloud as well, but unbelievable stuff. Great coordination, just not really cleared here. I think T1 just kind of saying, YOLO, we're going. You know, sure, why not? You know, you've got plenty of rounds to mess around with where you can just try a round like that. So you don't have to give away any extra strats or anything. Just see if you can just brute force your way through them. Who cares? Why not? Try it. Didn't work? Okay. Neat. I've got, you know, Excurate's got his ult. He can bank up for another op, no problem. You've still got that Cosmic Divide. You've still got the Odin. Everything is fine, but now the problem is lockdown and op for Kong, one away from a showstopper as well. So some big tools to play with for EDG that could start swinging some momentum around.
Top on the door, it's going to be a Prowler trading places there with the Trailblazer. Cleared out, now the Cosmic Divide coming through, and a quick little glimpse at one player. Saya player is down to 1 HP.
Oh, God.
That Paint Shell about to mess his day up, but he swings in and fights Kong. Nobody dead simultaneously as T1 to a full pivot into the B site. And my God, what movement and accuracy from Saya to stay alive.
My jaw is on the ground. Unbelievable.
One player detained. Haodong swinging Rossi on the side. You can tell that he is suspicious about this, but he's not sure which way to look. Tries to go for the 180 pivot, but Carpe is just a little bit faster. Chichu now sprinting forward out from the C site. Shut down. Smoggy. Nothing more that he can do as Saya player will drift around the back. 1 HP survives the entire way through the rest of the round, and T1 get themselves up to match point.
I mean, show it again. Look at this. He's 1 HP, and he gets it. He got it after he got flashed. I mean, he already had him identified where he was, so just a matter of getting the aim down. But the reaction there when the paint shells come in, knowing he's dead, just to say, well, screw it.
And he's won. You can't even blame it on the, I mean, you can blame it maybe a little bit on the nerfs to raise because of radius and all that kind of stuff, but the guaranteed damage is 1. So if he got hit by any little bit of that,
Exactly.
obviously was going to die.
Yes.
Just gets away from it. The timing is absolutely perfect. Accurate pushing forward. No attention paid, however, towards top rubble, so it does get struck down. Nice opening kill here for Haodong. He and Kong will take a very forward position. On the other side here of the half wall, and side player now taken out, utilizing that one way to perfection.
You got that showstopper.
But does he feel it's necessary to send it here?
No.
You already know that you have him corralled. Gotten 2 kills. Things could fall apart quickly, but for now, wants to be able to save it. Boombot cleared, a little bit of spam. Blast pack, not finding too much. Now Izu answering back with 2 kills. They equalize at 3v3.
Okay, maybe you should have.
The wall broken down. Smoggy dodging out of the flash, sending the Prowler, trying to see if he can get anything. Gets a quick little attach, but shortly thereafter, it expires. Everybody makes their way through the door. Chichu cannot get line of sight. Fight the back dog. Check out the rest of the site. Trailblazer not going to be spotting much of anything here as nobody makes his way up into the smoke. The spray coming through takes him down about half HP. Now even lower. 5 health remaining for him. The pit going to be invested. Rossi, they want to end this right now as Izu gets the kill. Chichu taken out. They all pull back in towards tree. The push forward coming in. Izu setting up yet another star. Nobody. Setting out a bite. Trying to get something, trying to whittle away with him, get as much damage as he can. Izu does get tagged at 49. There's the grab well. Gonna pull them out into the open. The spam coming through. Nobody finding one. The headshot found. The spray coming in. Smoggy, the last one standing, and he will fall. Rossi with the pit will utilize it to get the win. 13-6. T1 re-debut on a Korean stage with their new roster, and they take down EDG 2-0.
That has got to feel good, and you can see Rossi is fired up, coming right in here and fitting in brilliantly are these 3 new players for T1. I mean, so many positive things to say, and they are your top 3 performers on this map for T1. Izu, Excurate, Rossi. ACS's over 200 for all three players. Stunning performance in so many different ways. I mean, yes, X-Curate, phenomenal on the defender side, but Izu taking things over there on that. The awareness from Izu is so good. He almost never got caught out of position. I can think of that one Kong, hold where he caught him crossing on an odd man situation anyway. I mean, it was very unlikely they were going to win that round. Just brilliant, top to bottom. And I can see why T1 was so high on these new players.
Well. What a performance from T1, and it seems like the critics, the concerns, all of that silence for the time being is taking down EDG. No easy feat, but for EDG, solid effort, especially on that first map, fighting tooth and nail to keep things close. Couldn't quite extend that overtime, couldn't get the win, and then looking a bit shattered going into this Lotus, just not knowing necessarily how to deal with X-Curate on that chamber. But if we know anything about EDGs, that they can be lower bracket beasts.
Yes, and I have zero doubt about EDG. I mean, I think this Lotus was just T1 just having too good of a read, A, on what EDG likes to do, and B, having their own time and prep into this was absolutely out of this world. I mean, that's, again, the layers in particular on the defender side that they set up, the way that they control the map, they control the space, the protocols in place to react to certain things, and the way they collapsed off of those, stunning. They're really, really good. So, but EDG, man, I mean, you could tell in the first map, like, when they're at their like kind of peak, I think their firepower's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's something to be concerned about potentially for T1, but that's neither here nor there. That's the future. That's future T1 problems.
Well, T1, they get a bit of time off to try and prepare for their next matchup, which of course is going to be versus Team Liquid. A clash of two of the largest organizations in esports, period, in that upper bracket to see who is going to be sailing forward in auto-qualifying out of the group stage. But as you said, I mean, I'm not sure how he did it. Izu was able to overtake, Brosaken here with his incredible chamber performance. But 21-9,
Brosaken.
some nasty stuff. Hey, it works. It's good.
It is really good. That's I hate to admit it, but it's quite good.
What a play! What a look from T1.
Yeah.
You saw the truth. I didn't know. I didn't know they had it like that.
I am. At times, I can find, those small nuggets of truth in the existence of Valorant esports. And this time around, I did it. Yep. I didn't do it with Fancy United. I didn't do it yesterday. Wait. Yes, we all had the same ones yesterday.
Yeah, we all kind of messed one up. We got one right. But
I almost went with Sentinels yesterday, but.
Well, either way, this was an absolute joy of a performance. We didn't go all the way to 3. That would have been great. Seeing Sunset again, I think, would have been awesome, especially to figure out, how both of these teams are going to be piloting that. I think it would have been a very good option for, the Gecko to maybe come back out again.
Sure.
For the side of Carpe, given what we saw Paper X were able to do versus Sentinels with that pick. So we didn't go the full distance, but we still also had a hell of a time. This was a very entertaining series. But let's go ahead and see what we have to look forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow is a stacked day. For all of you who have been staying up late to watch these matches, rejoice, because we're going to be starting a little bit earlier. For anybody who's been waking up early to watch these matches, you kind of screwed, because you got to wake up several hours earlier. But we've got Sentinels versus DRX, Paper X versus Full Sense, and then some eliminations at the end of it all.
Long day tomorrow.
It's going to be a long day with 3 matches. The next 2 days are going to be like that, by the way.
Yep.
So you can set your alarms in advance for tomorrow and the day after that. And then we'll be back to some two-match action to see who's going to be the champion. But we, of course, do have an interview down on stage with Jen, so we'll throw it over to her.
아프리카 TV 발로란트 리그 두 번째 날 두 번째 경기 만나보고 오셨습니다. T1이 EDG를 꺾으면서 승리를 가져가게 됐는데요. 오늘 발로란트 데뷔전을 치른 T1의 X-Curate 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. Congratulations, Kevin. 오늘 X-Curate 선수의 발로란트 데뷔전이었는데요. 엄청난 존재감을 드러냈습니다. 오늘 발로란트 첫 경기 어땠는지부터 물어보도록 할게요. Congratulations, Kevin, once again. Your first ever Valorant match. Tell me all about it.
Actually, I'm a bit nervous, especially we going for the first map because it's been 1 year I taking a break from competitive in the other games. So yeah, I'm feeling so happy that I can adjust quickly and then can help my team to get win today. So I really happy to back to the competitive, of course.
1세트 때는 정말 긴장이 됐다고 얘기합니다. 아무래도 엑스큐레이트 선수가 그동안 프로 무대 자체를 한 1년 동안 쉬고 1년 만에 복귀한 거기 때문에 굉장히 떨렸는데 그래도 이제 이겨내고 팀 승리에 일조할 수 있어서 굉장히 기쁘다고 얘기를 했고 그리고 또 오늘 경기 굉장히 기억에 남도록 만족스러웠다고 얘기를 했습니다. 자, 그러면 엑스큐레이트 선수 발로란트 적응을 제가 봤을 때는 좀 완벽하게 마친 것 같은데요. 그동안 발로란트를 연구하는 과정, 준비 과정은 어땠는지 또 동생인 포세이큰 선수가 약간의 팁을 주지는 않았는지 물어보도록 할게요. Now, talk to me about the transition to Valorant. You know, all the work that you had to put in for preparations. And did Forsaken give you any tips? I know you guys scrim in the same house, so.
I think the transition is a bit hard for me because at that time I cannot join any other team and then the season is start already. So basically what I'm doing in my free time is I just grinding rank and then like very a lot. Like I play almost like 10 hours every day. Yeah, I think 10 hours. And then for my dongseng is because we're living in the same house. So sometimes the funny thing is we like to look at each other's threats and then like what comp to use. But maybe, yeah, sometimes we also like changing some advice, like basically why, if I play bad, why the reason. Actually, I asked them a lot because he have more experience than me in this game, so it's really helpful also for me.
먼저 이제 엑스큐레이트 선수가 이제 발로란트로 전향을 해야겠다 결심을 하고 준비를 시작했을 때는 그때는 이미 좀 포세이큰 선수는 시즌 중이었고 또 엑스큐레이트 선수는 팀이 정해지지 않았었기 때문에 혼자서 하루에 10시간씩 좀 랭크를 돌리면서 계속해서 준비를 했었고 이제 T1에 합류한 이후에는 열심히 준비를 했는데 이게 또 사실 웃긴 점이 포세이큰 선수와 엑스큐레이트 선수가 같은 집에 살면서 같은 방에서 서로 연습을 하고 또 각자 스크림을 돌리기도 하거든요. 그래서 서로 좀 이렇게 어깨너머로 보면서 페이퍼렉스 그리고 T1은 어떤 조합을 쓰나 하면서 좀 전략을 스파이처럼 캐가기도 하지만 그래도 포세이큰 선수가 워낙 경험이 많기 때문에 좀 엑스큐레이트 선수의 플레이에 대해서 서로 피드백을 주고받으면서 도움을 주기도 했다고 했습니다. 자, 그러면 이제 엑스큐레이트 선수 로터스에서 체인버로 어마어마한 활약을 보여줬습니다. 확실히 좀 체인버가 눈도장을 꽉 찍은 것 같은데 또 제타 선수가 저한테 엑스큐레이트 선수는 그냥 체인버 그 자체예요 라고 얘기를 했거든요. 엑스큐레이트 선수도 그렇게 느끼고 있는지 뭔가 체인버만 잡으면 무적이고 자신감이 넘치는지 한번 얘기 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. Now we have to talk about your chamber on Lotus. 20-something kills. It was just popping off everywhere, right? Insane impact. And Zeta actually said, Chamber's just Excurate. Kevin is just Chamber in human form. So I just want to ask you, do you feel that way as well? Do you feel like it's very natural to you? Do you feel like Chamber is your second nature?
Actually, when I was transitioned to Valorant at the first time, it's like I'm still thinking what roles should I use because at the other games I was the AWPer at the time, the primary. So maybe I'm just thinking like either I play duelist or maybe Chamber is of course the AWPer, right? Then I was thinking like because in my team right now we have Saya. Then I was thinking okay, maybe I should get other roles. Then that's why now I'm running a lot of role like flex role. And then for Chamber especially, last time because maybe when we practice we got comfortable with that agent and then with our playstyle, that's why we decided to play Chamber at that map. So it's not natural, it's just that I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think it fits your aggressive style as well. Yeah, okay, that's good. 일단은 사실 T1에 합류를 하게 되면서 좀 어떤 롤을 맡아야 하고 어떤 역할을 맡아야 할까 좀 고민을 하던 와중에 일단 좀 예전에 프로 경기를 했던 다른 게임에서는 스나이퍼 역할을 했으니까 내가 그냥 뭐 타격대를 맞지 않을까 했었는데 아무래도 사야 선수가 그 역할을 잘 해주고 있다 보니까 여러 가지 요원을 하면서 팀에게 어떻게 도움이 될 수 있을까 좀 약간 플렉스 포지션을 염두에 두고 좀 역할을 어떤 걸 할까 고민을 해봤는데 해봤는데요. 그런데 이제 체인버를 잡았을 때 아무래도 체인버가 이제 오퍼스로서의 역할을 할 수도 있기 때문에 한번 시도해보자라고 했고, 다행히도 좀 엑스큐레이트 선수 스크림 결과, 연습 결과도 좋았고 또 개인적으로도 성향도 잘 맞다고 느끼기 때문에 굉장히 지금으로서는 내가 체인버 그 자체다라고 단언할 수는 없지만 그래도 굉장히 좋은 요원, 잘 맞는 요원이라고 생각한다고 합니다. 자, 그러면 이렇게 해서 공식적으로 팬분들께 인사를 드리게 됐는데요. 또 팬분들께 한마디, 앞으로 많은 응원 부탁한다고 한마디 해주시죠. So, any message over to the fans?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for coming here and support T1. And then I hope we will do much better than today. And then, I hope we can be the best team in the world. So, 감사합니다.
응원해주시는 팬분들께 너무 감사드리고요. 오늘보다 더더욱 좋은 경기력을 보여드릴 수 있도록 열심히 노력하고 약속하겠습니다. 그리고 T1이 세계 최고의 발로란트 팀이 될 수 있는 그날까지 열심히 노력을 하겠다고 했습니다. 자, 그럼 마지막으로 제가 포세이큰 선수만큼이나 엑스큐레이트 선수도 노래를 잘 부른다고 들었거든요. 좀 한 소절 들려줄 수 있는지 세리머니로 부탁해 보도록 하겠습니다. Zeta also told me that you're a pretty good singer.
No. He lying. Okay, don't trust. No.
눈코입
No.
just once. Once.
Sing?
Yeah. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 미안해 하지마.
You have to sing the climax.
I cannot. Later.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time when I learn Korea fluently,
Okay.
because I have a lesson later in the January, I will sing.
Okay.
Okay.
일단 여기까지고요. 근데 제가 굉장히 놀랐습니다. 노래를 너무 잘 불러가지고 꿀보이스에 깜짝 놀랐는데 이제 또 엑스큐레이터 선수가 1월부터 한국어를 본격적으로 열심히 공부할 예정이기 때문에 한국어에 조금 더 능숙해지고 익숙해지면은 다음에 다시 불러드린다고 약속을 했습니다. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your insight and also your beautiful song. Hope to see you later.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations once again. Now, everybody, that is all we have for day 2. Tomorrow we have a 3-game day. We'll be coming back to you 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time. So we'll see you tomorrow. 자, 이렇게 해서 엑스큐레이터 선수의 꿀보이스와 함께 오늘을 마무리하게 됐고요. 내일은 3경기가 기다리고 있습니다. 저희는 내일 오후 2시부터 시작하니까요. 여러분 많은 관심 부탁드립니다. 내일 뵐게요.
As I march through the valley of the blood, sweat, and tears. Look, God the only man